Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Siralim Ultimate. And this episode, I'm hoping, is gonna be not quite as long as the last episode. Last episode was made longer by the fact that, number one, we started out having to make a major change to our build. I finally brought the Mimic into the party, which worked out really well. But it took a bit of time getting everything together, and then later in the fight we had a really later in the episode we had a really annoying fight against Chroma, who might actually be my my least favorite, even worse than Shackler, my least favorite nether boss. But yeah, that took a long time, and then just yeah, it ended up being pretty long. Hopefully this one isn't gonna be quite that long. Okay, 367 is good. Resurrect on Death is whatever, we'll deal with it. Random Realm is where we'll go. I don't like this realm. Although it doesn't matter as much now, because the main reason I don't like this realm is because you can't really debuff your enemies in this realm. I guess because it's the, heavenly realm where everything's supposed to be fun and happy, and debuffs are, mean and negative. I don't know, maybe that's it, or maybe you unlock debuffs like much later on as a realm property. But regardless, we can't really debuff ourselves that much. Sorry, we can't really debuff the enemies that much, unless we find some other, like a Pandemonium Shrine, or some other non-standard way of... I mean, like, we can debuff enemies during combat. I'm talking about the across-the-board debuffs that you get through realm objects, similar to, the debuffs that we get in Arachnid Nest, Snare, Blight, and so on. Yes, not really too much of that happening in this realm. And what the fuck? Well, just die, please. Oh, chimeras. Okay, they're fused with chimeras. That explains it. We did donate, right? Yes, we did. So, before we brought the Mimic into our party, the fact that we couldn't debuff enemies in this realm would have been... would have been especially annoying, especially because in this realm we also have less speed, which would have meant the enemies are typically going before us and wasting a lot of our time. But now that we have the Mimic, it doesn't matter as much, because we are still on the top of the timeline. The Mimic, of course, due to his innate trait, and the Animatus due to the specialization, the perk, where he, at the start of battle, is granted the innate trait of the creature at position 5. So he will start battles on the top of the timeline as well. And like I said earlier, it doesn't even matter if somebody later gets rid of this trait, because its only function is to put you at the top at the start of battle, and then after that it's done. So there's literally nothing that can stop it from doing its job, unless there's some very specific boss trait or enemy trait, which is like, traits that manipulate the timeline simply don't work. We know bosses sometimes have really annoying, like, built-in exceptions. Like, oh, here's this fun thing that you were using for your build. Well, it turns out it just doesn't work in this fight at all. So stuff like that could happen, but in ordinary fights, There's nothing that enemies can do to prevent us from being at the top of the timeline. The only thing they can do is have the, well, first of all, they have to be elite enemies, which is already a tough requirement to be placing on them. And secondly, they have to be a specific kind of elite, the agile elite, where they will also start at the top of the timeline, and then it'll become a speed contest. So agile elites are going to be one of the rare instances of us not automatically being at the top of the timeline. Alright. Guys, come on. The resurrections are annoying, but like, even I think some of them are even getting extra resurrections because of their chimera traits, maybe. So with that in mind, you know, this is not a suitable realm to summon extra divination candle enemies. Yeah, see, some of them are definitely getting extra resurrections. Alright, you, Griffin. I don't think you're gonna last very long. I'll just do this. There we go. Nothing to the left or right. Alright, that's fine. Is there a chest there? No, there isn't. Grab this. Get some more glory. And just die, please. Okay. Grab that. Oh, and finally we get the combat outcome from this one, which is going to give us a bit of extra favor once we finish it. We'll get 75 instead of the usual 37. Basically double, slightly more than double, because the game rounds that down, it would seem. Okay, you've summoned a dumpling. Would have preferred a treasure golem, but dumpling is fine. Won't say no. Alright. 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 Oh yeah, and there's the master as well, who I assume is this guy? The unicorn master. Alright, so let's start out with this. Excuse me. Alright, and do that. And do this. Nice Archangel. And you know what, let's do a bit of both. Let's get some feign death action going on as well. Just because I really like using that. Alright. And they are dead. Some of them are gonna come back, but now they're dead. Okay. Alright. What else? I'm not summoning extra enemies just because it's gonna be too slow killing them. No more wandering enemies, so let's just make sure we've picked up all our loot. Hey, hell yeah! Treasure from all sources, and a piece of garbage. Nether stone. Oh yeah, there's that dumpling. I guess I'll go out of my way to grab that one. Alright, where are you, buddy? Come on. Come on. Don't. Oh yeah, and the buried treasure as well. So I would have left that behind. I'll be honest, I had completely forgotten about it. God, come on, man. Come on. Ugh. Okay, now we should have him. Oh. There we go. Excuse me. Let me do one of these. Oh, he became immune just barely. He's gonna come back, but he's gonna die. Alright. And we gain a small number of levels as well. What's our prophecies looking like? One more Pandemonium Shrine would be nice. Yeah, we'll get that done in due time. Yeah, we do need to head back home. Got a project to hand in. Keyforge. Immediately do another Keyforge. And, yeah, let's just... Ooh, 389 is excellent. So let's just, carry on. Alright. You know what we haven't had to do in a while? We haven't had a Rune of Prophecies objective to do arena combat in quite a while. Which in one sense is good, because I don't like to do arena combat that much. But then the only times when I have done arena combat has been for the Rune of Prophecies. Otherwise I just don't do it. And eventually we are gonna need the arena currency to unlock things at the arena. Jeez, okay. Oh, that was the master. I didn't even realize. Extra traits is garbage. It is garbage trash. No clue what even happened there. Must have been one of their own traits that was responsible for that carnage. Hearty. Alright, just attack, man. There we go. They also have dodge chance, but we are completely bypassing that due to one of our anointments. Which is another one of my... It's become one of my favorite anointments. The one that completely just disregards enemy dodge chance. There's a bleeding. I don't think we can silence enemies in this realm. I don't believe so. Ooh, a good amount of power from those enemies. Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't there a hut somewhere here? And there is indeed one over here. Gotta give them their illegal drugs, which I assume that's what these mushrooms are. Yep, that's right. We are in this realm. We are drug dealers. You know, nothing wrong with that. That's what Breaking Bad taught me. That's the lesson that I chose to go away with after watching that show. That well, I mean, in the words of Walter White, he's not a drug dealer. He's more of a manufacturer. So I guess we're not exactly like you know, Mr. Heisenberg. But you know what? You gotta start somewhere, you know? You gotta start small. Anyway, what am I even... Okay, I guess I should add that I'm not actually being serious. Don't deal drugs. Obey the laws of, you know, whatever laws there are in your country regarding controlled substances. Don't do any of the things that I was just talking about, because they were all it was all a joke. All right, let's just leave it at that. All right. I'll grab this. And is this a good realm for summoning candle enemies? Kind of. Kind of. But the problem is that we are also done with this realm. So that's a pretty small realm, it looks like. You know what? I'll do one group of 5. Oh yeah, last episode we also found one of the cards. So that was good. Yeah, I'll do you. And if anybody else is within sight of the exit, I'll do them. And I think we've already made back... Okay, fine, I'll do this one as well. Made back the power we spent to summon these guys, and probably even a profit. The hell? Okay, if you insist. Yeah, okay, we'll do this one as well. Alright. The focus for this group of episodes is to get our anointments ready for when we eventually build the party for our next major project. That's why I'm doing these long episodes, because I want to kill the false god at the end. And then once we are done with those anointments, we're just gonna have to do some more, a bit more grinding. And that's partially my fault, because I didn't realize we needed to unlock special relics, specific relics as well. So there's a few more of them that we'll need. But hey, depending on how long the grind for these anointments, well, this final anointment at this point, depending on how long that grind goes, we may be done with the relics well before we are done with the anointments. So let's just take things one at a time. Resurrect on death again is annoying, to be sure. Also annoying is this weirdly tanky enemy. see, agile enemies are one of the few instances of us not automatically starting top of the timeline. But as long as not every elite we find, as long as, you know, these are just occasional enemies, we'll still overall be sailing through these realms pretty quickly. Alright. And it just occurs to me that since speed doesn't matter that much anymore for my animators, what I could do is change its artifact stat modifications somewhat, reducing speed and instead making it about health specifically. In fact, yeah, that's probably something I should do. Arcane and bomb on enemies. One downside to starting at the top of the timeline is we cannot take advantage of the very quick way of killing enemies where you want them to be faster than you, and then you hit them with a bomb debuff, and if the bomb is strong enough, they will all just eliminate themselves before the battle really even begins. Or, like, they'll eliminate themselves during their turns, they'll end the battle before you even get a chance to go. Alright, let's go into this portal. Splashing. Vulnerable. But no silence. So, no Pandoras yet. Alright. Yeah, it does slow things down quite a bit to have the enemies resurrecting. Alright. On the verge of another favor rank as well. There's 4 more wandering enemies to take down. Alright, you shouldn't be a problem either. Maybe don't... I was gonna say, should we get rid of speed? Because it is still useful in situations where we're fighting agile enemies. So what do we want? Do we want to make ourselves stronger on everything? This is me thinking about potentially changing my artifact's stat bonuses. If we're already killing things pretty strongly, it could give us a slight advantage at the start of boss fights to start with a good amount of, like, a better amount of health. No, I'll think about it. I shall consider it. Alright. Mending. Cursed is not good enough. Yeah, and they've got a chance to resist damage as well. Yeah, just not a great realm for farming enemies. I'm not even going to show these guys the respect of looking up what their trait is. I'm just going to use my position at the top of the timeline to wipe them out. Yeah, we're doing okay right now. Let's maybe not make changes yet. Oh, we need the key for that, yeah. Short fuse. Okay, what sort of spell is this? Let me look it up on my phone. Come on. Come on, man. Siralim ultimate fuse is a... God, come on. Is it a... Man, really? Okay, I'm gonna have to look it up on my browser just because it's not giving me the right page. Alright. So let's see. What? It's not... Okay, this is a spell, right? Yeah, okay. Short fuse spell. Oh, it's because it's... I'm gonna put short fuse in quotations because right now it's giving me things about like fusions. What? What kind of... Okay. So where's short fuse? Hang on. Okay, well, this is turning out to be a big irritation. So it's an engineer spell, but like where? Oh God, man, come on! How does nobody? Okay, so it's chaos or sorcery. It's one of these two. Okay. I guessed chaos just due to... it was 50-50. I had no real confidence in that answer. Okay. But we got it. And we got, you know, the... Rune of Prophecy's objective done as well, so that's good. Just finish these guys off. Then they have good luck as well, which is also annoying. Okay. Okay, just die, please. Thank you. Thank you. Oh yeah, we gotta do this mini quest as well. Chase down that paintbrush. And obviously the realm quest. The last of these materials is, well, there it is. Oh, and the goblet is full. That's good. 3 enemies remain in this realm. Just die. Thank you. blinking? Sure. Okay, okay. Alright. Well, there's the buried treasure, so let's grab that. Nothing interesting in that treasure. We also... Hang on, we need to find the key. Did we do the big treasure chest? I'm not sure if we did. Well, hang on. How do we... Oh my god. Gotta... Okay. Gotta go all the way around. Yeah, it's worth doing because it's a good amount of favor with the god. It's just going really out of my way. There's nothing else here. Okay. Alright. All right. There we go, there's that chest. And then there's one enemy left, which honestly, not really... Well, okay, it might be an elite... No, it's not. I'm not even gonna... Well, I guess there's no avoiding it now. Okay. Gotta head home and deal with the goblet. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. Another decent amount of piety. And let's roll this until we get what we need. Oh, perfect. Perfect. And Rune of Prophecy. We are still looking for one more Pandemonium Shrine, and of course, we want to complete our assassination mission. 398. Wonderful. Less indirect damage could be an issue. Do we want to go into the Arachnid Nest? Is it that important for us to snare the enemy beforehand or to blight them? It kind of is. It kind of is. Alright. Enemies burst out. What else are we dealing with? Oh yeah, enemies have extra speed again. At least they're not resurrecting. We also don't have any of our extra attacks. Or casts. Which is gonna make for a bit of annoyance. Hey, look at this. Double trait, but nothing else on it. Let's actually look at this right now. What? This creature's spell gems have potency mod... Okay. What? That have potency modifiers. Now use 100% of those stats. Okay. And retrograde... I mean... Doesn't sound too exciting. What I will do is I'm gonna assign the Rabid Dementia macro to both of you. Oh, you hit the wrong thing. The reason I'm using Rabid Dementia is because they have indirect damage reduction But we are also without our extra attacks, so maybe we should just switch back to reincarnation. We'll try a couple battles like this and we'll see how they go. It's you know what? It's not really working out that well. Yeah, let's go back to the old way. Oh, you're gonna drop extra items? There we go. Some well-deserved treasure. Unfortunately, nothing special. I mean, we've already found a double trait netherstone, so I guess we shouldn't be too greedy. More health is good. It's going to translate into more damage. What? You are the Arachnolisk Master. Start out by snaring you. Follow up with this. Follow up with this. Okay, follow up with this. And I think this should finish them. There we go. Wonderful. Alright, we'll get the rest of our buffs and debuffs before we fight this another boss. It is a bit of a shame that we don't have our extra attacks, because it is slowing us down a little bit. Man, really? Got the bad outcome again? Is somebody gonna resurrect? They all are. Okay, good. Because of that white. Hey, look at that! Even though we got the bad outcome from the event, the random chance of getting a treasure golem did trigger. But now he's probably gonna run away. Okay, he's stayed alive so far. So how is this gonna work? What if we do this? Okay, we did manage to kill him. Regalis is gonna be angry. And we are gonna be sad because he didn't give us anything nice. Alright, okay, there's a lot of the realm that we haven't seen yet. Do want to go into that. Okay, so from what I remember of this nether boss fight, he also has a weird gimmick where he's constantly like shape-shifting, and depending on what form he has, is immune to certain things. So hopefully it's not a long fight, but it's possible that it will be. Alright. Okay, finally we get a good outcome from you. Alright. And grab this. Those plague enemies can just hang out over there until we comfort them. Alright. And they're dead. They are dead. What else? Well, there's some buried treasure with nothing exciting in it. Oh. And then there's this long passageway, which is probably gonna have nothing. Oh, it did have a chest. Okay. And looks like we're done, and the only thing left is the boss fight. Flubris, alright. So each slime is immune to damage from attacks, spells, or both. So hopefully that doesn't mean that he's going to be immune to debuffs. But hopefully that also means that he is never going to be immune to indirect damage. Right, because indirect damage is... it's not damage from an attack, and it is not damage from a spell. Alright. Well, we're about to find out. We're about to find out. Moment of truth. Okay, either he... wait, hang on. Does it say that he's... oh, wait, no. He's just always immune to indirect damage. Well, that's a bunch of garbage nonsense. It's a bunch of garbage nonsense. Alright, let's do Star Pact. So the green ones are vulnerable to spell damage. Duly noted. Okay. You know what? I'll do this. And then the Dread White can do Feign Death again. And now... there we go. So 3 of them are just gone. And now 1 of the 2 remaining ones should be immune... should be vulnerable to... okay, so the purple one should be vulnerable to attack damage. So we can target you specifically by doing this. And then we can force you to change, I think, by using Time Walk. Right? And then we can finish you with Wormhole. If I find... you are vulnerable to attack damage. Okay, so this fight nowhere nearly as bad as the one against Chroma. The Chroma one was just... it's just too annoying. Hey, our assassination is done. Good job, us. Where's the exit? Okay. Alright. Alright. Hang on. I really want to find this one more Pandemonium Shrine just so we can fully complete this Rune of Prophecies. Even though, yeah, I know it's gonna be inefficient, but we'll just do another assassination in the meantime. Another Holy White. We'll get our numbers up for those. And let's get ourselves another nice bonus. 397 is a good bonus. Let's go ahead and just jump in. Oh, hey, Zonte's Realm, which is going to be a good one for maybe hitting some Pandoras, because we should be able to silence our enemies. And they are not resurrecting. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. Oh, this is a beautiful realm. Have we donated? Yes, we have. The books are alive. And now they're dead. We want pink and red, which we're not gonna get. Okay. Ooh, treasure. Pink and yellow? Was that? Okay, should we be getting favor or should we be getting treasure? Favor is a small but guaranteed bit of progress. Treasure is a chance of getting something nice, but no guarantee. Oh, you're just. I thought you were gonna be our enemy master. But you're just helping us. All right. So these phase warriors, we have already completed our card set for these guys. So they're not gonna drop any cards. Just skins is the only rare thing we can get out of them. Right, the familiar master. Alright. Alright, I think these guys are basically dead. There we go. Victory number 4. And you are now dead as well. These books are also dead. Let's kill you. Oh yeah, these guys are usually going to be very resistant to indirect damage because of one of the phase warrior traits. Champion enemies. Gonna be annoying. Just because this guy's gonna make us wait a little bit before he finally dies. Right. Damn it. So, with those experiment tables, pink and yellow apparently is treasure. Pink and red is favor. So ideally, you'd want to get pink early on in the first option. That way, you'd have 2 chances to get something nice in the second set of options. You know, either favor or treasure. But in that case, we didn't get... Oh. We didn't get that. And did we not? We didn't get silence as a debuff. Well, hang on, there's also a part of the realm that we haven't been to. So let's actually just... Let's go to that room. To the... What are they doing? Are they doing start of battle stuff? Because if so, that's annoying. Master's hand, like what? I mean, it's not taking very long, but it's still annoying that us being at the top of the timeline isn't... Okay, so these guys aren't... It must be one of the Vulpa's traits. Yeah, okay. So occasionally they're trying to cast something at the start of combat. But it's not working out very well for them. Alright, so... Yeah, and looks like we aren't getting any extra debuffs. So we're not guaranteed to silence enemies in this round. That's good to know. And we'll just kill a couple more of these guys. And okay, I guess we'll kill a couple more of them in the room below us. Just giving ourselves more chances to get the card. And I guess we'll kill this entire room of dudes. Alright. Alright. Just a couple. Okay, I'll guess we'll kill the ones in that room as well. Because we're getting through them so quickly. If we weren't at the top of the timeline, this would be a very, very different story. Yeah. And after these last two, we're just gonna leave, I think. There we go. We killed a whole bunch of them, didn't get the card, but that's okay. Let's hand in our project. A raid and speed training. Alright. Attack training, and let's just keep doing raids. Focus on one type of project until we get the achievement for that. Okay. We're gonna go back to the Arachnid Nest for this boss fight. Yeah. I mean, we can go wherever we want. Let's go to the Amalgam Gardens, because that was another place where we were. Actually, no. With the high loot bonus, we should go to the place where we have a very good chance of spawning treasure golems. And where a lot of the realm objects are also giving us really good loot. And where we are also about to get another favor rank. Alright. Man, really? Okay, you know what? You can deal more damage. I don't care about that. Treasure from all... hell yeah. Treasure from all sources and a card from the Diabolic Horde set. This is awful, but I'll do it because I love the high loot that you... I love giving high loot modifiers to the false god fight because it's already a good amount of loot, and then putting more on top of it. Like, multiple times we have found multiple nether stones in the same loot drop from fighting false gods because of how high our loot bonuses have gotten. Alright. And you know what? Yeah, hell, give us 3 debuffs. See if I care. Who are you? Oh, you're just a guy giving us some treasure. You are the master, that's right. Okay. Well, okay, so this is gonna be straightforward. Nice. The random Clayman was actually cast on the correct target. Spell gems being sealed is making things quite annoying. Should have another Clayman, yes. Or you know what? Let's start doing a bit of this action. There we go. Lovely. Got some treasure to find as well, and we got the bad outcome. Alright, these guys are... I mean, not that dangerous of an elite property. I mean, if you're careful, then it's essentially like a non-issue, because you don't really have to use your non-ethereal spell charges in most situations. Come on, man. Come on, man. Just die. Just die, please. And nothing. Alright. Alright, 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 alright. Hey, hell yeah! A second card from Random Loot, from the Imler set this time. And this one is actually pretty good. This one's gonna improve the defense of our Dreadwhite when it's provoking. And it is always provoking at the start of combat. So that's a really good thing for us. We cannot summon enemies until we've opened the False God portal. Or brought the False God portal into existence. So, you know what? Yeah, sure, we'll do this. I'll kill you. That'll bring the portal out. Buried treasure, sure, we'll go in. Talk to you. Hey buddy, how's it going? And we've well, first of all, let's do Greater Dispel. We made him immune to indirect damage. Sorry, we made him immune to attack damage? I don't think he's immune to indirect damage, so that's going to be our main way of trying to... I think he might also be vulnerable to spell damage. Alright, now do this. So he is definitely immune, not immune to indirect damage. Let's use our second Clayman. And now the Mimic can cast Astral Dimension. And now you can do... let's do an Archangel's Blessing. Meraxis can do some Entangling Roots. You can do this. You can do that, and we can help out a little bit, maybe with this. Mimic can once again do Astral Dimension. At this point, I think we have enough stats that we are doing the maximum amount of damage that is allowed. So let's just try and heal everybody and use our the rest of our spells for... oh my god. Yeah, let's use the rest of our spells for okay, yeah, this is a predicament we find ourselves in. Okay. Yeah, see, the percentage damage that he's doing, or that we're getting, is hurting us quite badly. So do Astral Dimension. Sure. Star Pact. Okay, that's bad. Oh, I cast it on the wrong thing. I cast it on the wrong thing. Major Resurrect you. That'll bring everyone back. Yeah, this percentage damage is hurting us really badly. Maybe if we entangle roots, it'll... Oh, feign death is sealed. And he's not healing, is he? Okay. Oh. Let's do Astral Dimension. Let's wormhole you. And you can do Finger of Death, I guess. Okay, now... There we go. It was kind of tough. It was kind of tough, but in the end, we survived. Hell, and we even got bleed out. Wonderful. And what is our heaping treasure? Oh. I guess our loot bonus was so high that the game was just sitting there astonished at how much loot we were about to take in. And we get some loot here as well. And you know what, before we leave, let's summon some more of these guys. And we'll just kill as many of them as we find while we explore this last floor. This last room. This last, final room. And if we're really lucky, we'll even find a card. But we've already found 2 cards this episode, so I won't be angry if we don't find a card with these this last handful of enemies. There is a bunch of stuff in this room. Alright. Easy. Alright, yeah. And how long has this episode been going? Probably about an hour... Yeah, an hour and 8 minutes. So, a lot shorter than the last episode. Alright. Alright. Let's do this. Alright. Here's the exit. It's right there. Okay. Just see nothing there, nothing here. Alright. I'm gonna head home and I think I am gonna hand in the Rune of Prophecies right now as well. Because most of the other things that I was distracting myself with have been taken care of. We now have our final, the final anointment on our list for the Universal Gate of the Gods party. Alright. Oh no, oh, I forgot to do the game of chance, and I missed out on a lot of piety as a result, but you know what, what's done is done. What is done is done, and we got some arena battles as well. Okay, well, that was a mistake. Even as I was walking towards it, part of me was like, there's something you're missing. But then, well, we missed out on, I guess, I think maybe around like 5,000 to 8,000 piety we could have gotten, but that's okay. That's fine. Whatever. Let's take a look at the missions that we have to do. Just battles, training missions. We're already doing one. Alright, so you know what? Just to make sure that this doesn't happen again, let's get the gambling done straight away. So Kino, Siralim, and slot machine. Alright. Start out with the slots because it's the one that I was gonna say this is the one that usually disappoints me, but hey, look, we actually won something this time. On our first spin, no less. And that's all we won. But that's okay. That's still pretty good. What else do we need? Siralim and Kino. And we don't have to do scratch cards. Okay. Brimstone, don't care. Skip ahead to 6 spaces. 4 spaces. And we get some random treasure, okay. Granite, don't care. 2 turns remaining. Oh, we gain 3 turns, okay. Notoriety, that's good. 5, okay. Brimstone, sure. Some crystal, okay. We can gain 1 turn, alright. And we end off with some notoriety. And finally, Kino. And we get a good amount of notoriety there as well. Alright. So from now on... Tavern Troublemaker. So from now on, I think we're going to go back to refreshing the Rune of Prophecies more and more often. I'd stop doing it for a while just because it gets too stressful to be doing this, while also keeping track of like the 6 other things that you need to do, and like when you're farming for specific things and also fighting specific bosses that can bring their own kinds of stress. Yeah, but now we're gonna take this a bit more seriously, you know, try and get piety done a bit quicker, because the final thing that we're gonna need before we build our Gate of the Gods party is we're gonna need all of the relics in place, and there are a couple more of them that we need. Oh, and also, you know, let me do this. Start another key forge. And let's set another bounty. Who do we want to fight? Who do we want to fight? Well, so we've fought the Ancestor too many times. Saint Althea could fight her. Let's actually take a look at the achievements. I think it's under the God achievements. It's a false god. There we go. So we've beat Caliban 5 times. Hydronox only once. So what we should do is we should fight the gods that so far we've beaten only once, so that at least we can unlock their spells. We should beat all of the gods at least 3 times. Yeah, okay. So what we'll do is we'll fight Jotun once more, just because he's a bit slow to fight. So we'll set a bounty against Jotun. Let me just take a look at what the other... Okay, attack spell damage taken is also not a bad thing. I might start alternating between this and this. Healing given, healing received. Healing received is a double-edged sword because of blight. So that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, I think I'm going to start alternating between this, because our indirect damage taken reduction, I mean, it's not high, but like 5% is pretty good. I think it's time to start getting this number up. Just, you know, less attack and spell damage taken sounds pretty good to me. Alright, with that, let's reflect on what we accomplished this episode. The important thing was we got the anointment that we're looking for. The Blood Mage anointment bleed out. We also found a couple cards, putting ourselves at 232. And we also found a double trait netherstone, but it didn't seem like it was that amazing. Didn't seem like it was that great. But I mean, it was still cool that we found it. And yeah, we beat Flubrus, who fortunately wasn't as annoying as Chroma. Yeah, all in all, just steadily making progress towards a whole number of things, but chiefly right now towards constructing our Gate of the Gods killing party. And we are just going to be continuing to do that in the next episodes as well. But yes, it is time now for me to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you'll join me in the next episode as well. And until then, take care.